Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy the Life Coach here. Okay, so today we have a very special topic. Police brutality. It's a really big topic right now, so I'm going to try to address it as respectfully as I possibly can. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, now first off, I really love the way that police brutality is now being more heavily documented. Or if it was already being very heavily documented, I guess it has more publicity now. Because I have such a big problem with corruption, especially in a country that is all about, democracy and freedom. And guys, I know that we have a lot of issues with our government and things like that. I'm just saying, this was a country that was built on the premise that that would be the case, that we would be fighting for freedom and democracy and all that. And I know that when that kind of stuff happens, corruption even more heavily is prevalent in society. I understand that. It is what it is, and we have a corrupt government. There are many corrupt governments. The US can be pretty corrupt. Sometimes I still love the country and things like that, but it is what it is. We can be pretty corrupt at times. But I have such a big problem, especially with people that are supposed to make people feel safe. The idea of people who are supposed to make us feel safe abusing their power is just absolutely disgusting. Now, there are some things we need to talk about though. There are some things that need to be addressed when it comes to this topic. Guys, I like that there's a light being shined upon this police brutality, but don't just automatically believe everything you say. Usually you guys can find an uncut version of what happened, and sometimes it tells a different story. I don't know exactly how to give an example because I don't really know how to address any of the videos, but I've seen a couple where then I've seen the uncut version, and it was a little biased in the cut version, I'm not gonna lie. Now, that being said, there are some times where you just see these videos and they're just like so disgusting in terms of the police brutality. That is not okay. Fight for this crap. Fight for this crap. We're not standing for this, okay? Don't ever stop. And I love that there are now apps. I think there's an app now, I forgot what it's called, where you take a video of the police, the police brutality, and even if they throw your phone or break your phone, it automatically uploads it. Genius. See, simple things like that's just fantastic. I love it. I love everything about it. That's fantastic because guys, I hate corruption. I mean, everyone hates corruption. I'm not trying to sound self-righteous. That sounds really self-righteous. I'm not self-righteous. Everyone hates corruption, and it's just, don't be okay with it. Don't be okay with it. I'm not saying everyone has to be an activist, but don't be okay with it. So I'm glad that everyone is standing up for just basic human rights. We should not be brutalized by police. I don't get it. I just don't even get it that can be a thing. And I get it that some of them are like bullies, that now they're cops and now they think they can even just bully people further because now they have the law behind their backs. I get where it comes from, and some people just take authority and just run with it, and it messes with their psyche. I've seen like the prison experiments where they make half guards, half prisoners, and then the guards tend to just become very brutal. The Stanford experiment, I think, is becoming a movie. There are other prison experiments like that, so I understand where it kind of messes with the person's psyche. Not trying to give them an out. I'm just trying to explain it to you guys. It is not okay. I will never think it's okay. That being said, I have friends who have police as parents. Here's a really big thing, guys. Do not generalize. Do not generalize. It is not okay. I mean, these are just my opinions, but I'm going to try to state that one as absolute as I can because it is not okay to generalize something. You can't just say based off a stereotype, and it's not even a stereotype, based off what you've seen, based off evidence, you can't make it apply to every single person. We have learned that that is not how things work. You cannot just apply something that someone does or a few people do or a lot of people do in a group and then automatically apply it to everyone. You just can't generalize that someone is a bad person because someone does an action who happens to be in the same category. Like, as you're saying it, you should realize that that does not hold value. That is not even respectful to these people. There are some people who are actually really, really good at their job, and they're really there to protect you and to enforce the law and to be good police officers. So to summarize, police brutality does exist. Please keep recording. If you ever see it, just put publicity on it. It is good to do that. Don't not do that. It is a great thing, and I'm not saying it's not. 2, don't believe every video you see, guys. If you can, try to find an uncut version of the crime, the police brutality that took place, and see if it exactly what you believe it is. 3, don't generalize this group of people that automatically all police officers are bad. That is not the case. It never will be the case. There are good ones out there. So don't forget that. Alright guys, another thing. Guys, there are some, if you look at the video, where they're resisting arrest. They really are resisting arrest. That doesn't mean that the cop should automatically have shot the person in the head. That doesn't mean that the cop should have used excessive force, and sometimes that's a problem as well, and that's a little different than just automatically police brutality. That's like excessive retaliation. That's a little different, but it's still really, really bad. But guys, if you get into a position with these police officers, do not resist. Don't. There are some of these videos where they ask them to put their hands up, and then they put their hands in their pocket a few times after even being said a couple of times, and then they get shot. And then that's not okay. You listen to what the police officer says. So if he says to get on the ground, you get on the ground. He says to put his hand up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Don't resist. That happens again. Alright guys, that's it for this topic today. That was my little rant for this subject. Comment below your thoughts on the topic. Comment below on any topics you want me to talk about. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. I try to make 2 to 4 videos a week. Yeah, hopefully. This is Project Thought Process with Smiling at Your Core. I'm the life coach, and until next time, guys, I'm signing out.